Hey everybody, welcome back to Blue Z Water. It's Chris here with our founding practitioner Andrew Schein. We're going to discuss an awesome tool that you've seen in a lot of our other videos, especially the Chi Machine video and emotion code. It's called the Nano Wand. Why don't you explain a little bit more about it?
Yes, it sounds very Star Trek-y.
Yes.
The Nano Wand is, to make it simple, and you can Google them, it's kind of like a new generation magnet. And people talk about zero-point energy, and you can just do the research. Bottom line, I use these mainly as what I call chakra amplifiers. Now, they have a point just like kind of like an acupressure, and they're magnetic. So you can also use magnets, by the way, and put them on your chakras, see what works for you. But in the emotion code, when you are cleaning or sweeping a memory that you discover, you're doing this sweeping up and over. If you're doing yourself, or if I'm doing Chris, I go down his spine, but you sweep with a magnet. So, by the way, Dr. Nelson has a video out, if you Google that, where he says it's okay to use these instead of magnets. Simply, why use them? Well, in my work, especially in the emotion code, when you're trying to bring up emotion deep within the subconscious, they always talk about where it's located in the body. Where is that emotion located? Well, think of the chakras as they're almost like information portals. So let's say you take something in, really deep shame or guilt. You can actually, using a pendulum, when you're trying to access the emotion, what chakra corresponds to that emotion, let's say? So let's say it's fear. You might say it's a chakra 1, 2, 3. It says 3 here. Well, 3 is the belly chakra. Now you can put this in. Well, why are you putting this in? Because you're really, really now amplifying that trapped energy. And you're using the chakra to really connect your higher spirit, or you might say your God communion consciousness, to this stuck field. You want it to be clean, you want it to be moved, so you're opening up the portal to allow that cleaning to take place. So where does this all start? When you have memories or an event that's traumatized, you store it in the body, access the chakras to start to unwind or let go of these traumatic memories. For those of you doing the emotion code, it's a great adjunct for getting greater clarity into what's, to the subconscious. You have any questions about these?
No, so, do you shake them to activate them, and then just, how long would you hold them?
Right, you can tap them hard,
time,
or shake them. When you're doing the emotion code, when I work on somebody, by the way, this is also important, I'll ask, what chakra should we access? Let's say it comes up with an emotion, I'll say, should we, to amplify that processing at that time. And a lot of times it'll go in pairs. So it's kind of like playing the piano. You don't just play one note, you might play a couple of notes and you get a chord of information. Because it's not always just one chakra that's contributing, and there's not always just one emotion. So you might have, like down here in the pubic bone is the second chakra. First chakra, by the way, is under here on the pelvic floor. Third chakra is just above the belly button. Fourth chakra is, some people don't count this, but I count it, is in the solar plexus region. Heart is 5, throat is 6. Some people just see one third eye. The brow is 7. This is actually the third eye, 8, and the crown is up here. So if you ask with a pendulum, while you're trying to clear something, what chakra should I access? It might say heart and third eye. Just ask, use the pendulum. We did a video on the pendulum. You don't know. So ask your higher self, what chakras do I need to access? Set up a kind of a harmonic relationship of the chakras.
and just kind of meditate with them there.
Right, hold them while you're doing whatever you're doing. You can always use a pendulum. Let's say if you have an issue you're meditating on, you could recheck and say, did it clear? In the emotion code, that's what we're doing, is can I clear it now? So we're using the chakras to bring up the information, and then we do the sweeping to clear the information. Then you might want to come back and do the chakras a little bit afterwards, just play with it. It's what, you'll feel things arising. If you feel a deep memory coming up, get in there, let it, it's been buried away. Now's the time to unbury it. Use the chakras as your cosmic portal, basically. One thing about the chakras too, if you think about the way they spin like a vortex, it's almost like they're not just covering this dimension. They have access to the higher dimensions. And so, in a sense, they're dealing with multiple dimensions. That's why they're so powerful, because they're really tuned in way beyond this reality, and your brain is here in this dimension. So you gotta, it's a meditation, meaning you're allowing other more subtle parts of your being, which normally your mind cannot understand at all, to be accessed, but yet they're real, but your mind has never will get them. So you got to get out of your literally your own way and your own self, your own ego, your own thinking. What's left? Well, there is something left. And if you can get there, you're getting to what they call divine intelligence, a higher intelligence. If you don't like those words, call it your intuitive self, call it, the matrix, deeper into the matrix if you're, like that terminology. Whatever works. At the end of the day, if you're stuck in a pattern that's not working, just like the Buddha did, you got to figure out how to get yourself free. So don't let language get in the way.
There you go. Well, there you have it, guys. Nano Wands. Check them out. They're pretty inexpensive. We'll post some links down below. If you have any questions, as always, email us at info@bluezeewater.com. We'll see you next time for the next tool. Bye.